Hello, my name is Richard Vallance, and today we're going to be learning how to play my arrangement of Metro 2033's Guitar Song 1. So to begin with, we have the tuning, and this song is tuned down a whole tone to D. So to get there, you take your 6th string and tune that down to drop D, and then you tune the rest of the strings to that D as if you're in standard tuning. So this song can be basically broken into a few different sections, and we want to start with the introduction, so let's get started. To start out with, we have the introduction, so I'm going to give you a quick demo so you can hear what that sounds like. So to start out with, we start on an A sus2 chord shape, and we pick the 5th string open. Then we pick the 4th string and the 3rd string together. Then you pick the 2nd string open. Then you want to place your 1st finger down on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and pick that string again. Next, we do a slap harmonic around the 12th fret, and I do that using my middle finger, and you want to slap just around the fret itself while you've still got that chord pressed down. Then I do a pull off on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then pick the 3rd string again. Then we change chord slightly, and we put our 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and our 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then we play the 4th string, the 3rd string and the 2nd string all together. Then we do another pull off on the 1st fret of the 2nd string again, and then we do a downward strum on the A sus2 shape. So for the second part of the intro, we play the beginning of the first part again. This time we place our thumb on the 1st fret of the 6th string, and then we play the 6th string and the 2nd string together. Then you want to take your 1st finger off of the 2nd string again and play that open. Then you follow with the 3rd string again. Then we move to an E major chord and do a downward strum. Then I play a hammer-on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then I do a downwards flick. So for the final part of the intro, we played the entire first section again. This time we pick the 5th string open, and we do a hammer-on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Then you play the 2nd string open again, followed by the 3rd string. Do a downward strum on the E major again. Then you want to place your 4th finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and pick that string. Take that finger off again. Do a downward strum on an A minor shape. Pick the 2nd string open again. Put that finger back on again. And then pick the 3rd string once more. Now for the first percussive part of the song, I'll give you a quick demo so you can hear what this sounds like. So to begin with, we start on an A sus2 chord again, and this is basically a straightforward up and down arpeggio between the 5th string and the 2nd string. Now I added a bit of percussion to this section, and the way that I do this is when I pick the 5th string, I do a bass drum hit using the palm of my hand as I pick that string at the same time. So it's this kind of motion that you need to get to the hang of doing. You need to pick with your thumb and bring the palm of your hand down at the same time. Now the next part of the percussion that I added is a thumb slap on the 2nd string. So when I pick the 2nd string, I do a thumb slap at the same time. Again, this is a simultaneous motion, so you're going to need to be bringing your thumb down to do the slap as you pick up with your finger on the 2nd string. Next, we change chord and we place our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and then our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and we play the same rhythm. Then we change chord again and we place our 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 6th string, our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and our 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Lastly, we change to an E major chord and we do the same thing. For the next part of the song, we want to do pretty much the same thing as we did in the last section, but this time, every time we hit the 2nd string, you want to pick the 1st string at the same time. So it should sound something like this. Then to finish off this section, before we move on to the strumming, you want to go back to the A-sus2 shape and you want to do a couple of up and down arpeggios, but this time without the percussion. So for the first strumming section of the song, again I'm going to give you a quick demo. So for the first strumming part of the song, we use the same chords as we did in the previous section, and this time you want to do percussive hits while you do downward strums. So the way that I do this is, as I bring the palm of my hand down to do the percussive bass hit, I also stretch my fingers out to do a downward strum. So to start out with, on the A-sus2 chord, you want to do a bass hit and a downward strum, followed by an upward strum. Then you want to do another 2 down hits, followed by another up strum. And you repeat that on that chord. Then we change chord. Change chord again. Do the same thing on the E major. Then the second time we hit the E major, we want to do a few downward strums and percussive hits in order to build to the next section of the song. So for the next strumming section of the song, again I'm going to give you a quick demo so you can hear what it sounds like. So to start out with, we use the same chords as in the last 2 sections, and we begin with a percussive hit downwards. Then we do a down strum and an up strum, followed by another down strum. Then next I do a downward slap with a down strum. So again, it's the kind of motion that you want to be bringing your thumb down while extending your fingers out. Then we want to do another down up strum. Then we change chord. Change chord again. The next thing to do is the second time you hit the E major again, you want to do another build up of percussive hits. And then you want to do a little triplet on the 5th harmonic. So on the 5th fret, we got a harmonic there, you just lay your finger across, and then the way that I do this triplet is that I extend each finger sequentially like this. So 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger. Now for the really fun part. This is the most percussive section of the song, so again I'll give you a quick demo. So again, we use the same chords that we did in the last 2 sections of the song, but this time we start out with a bass drum hit and a downward strum. Then we move to this portion of the guitar and we do another triplet using the same fingers that we did in the last section. Then using the side of our thumb, we hit the same region. Then using the palm of our hands, we do another bass hit. Then using my ring finger, I hit the underside of the guitar. Then I go back to hitting the guitar again with the side of my thumb. Then as you bring your thumb back up to this area, you want to do an upward strum with the back of your thumb, followed by 2 more bass hits. Then we change chord. Change chord again. And change chord one last time. Finally, we play pretty much the same thing as we just have, but this time we need to add a few hammer-ons and pull-offs while we're doing the percussion. So again, I'll give you a quick demo. For the last part of the percussive section, we do the same thing as we did in the last section, so it's the same chords and the same percussion, but this time we need to add a few hammer-ons and pull-offs with our fretting hand. So there's quite a little bit of multitasking that you need to do here. You need to be able to do the percussive section entirely on autopilot and not have to think about it, so that you can think about doing the hammer-ons and pull-offs. So to begin with, we'd start on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and we do a nice little hammer-on and pull-off. Then for the second time round, we do a hammer-on and pull-off on the same position, but this time we do a hammer-on on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Next we change chord, and this time we hammer on and pull off on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Then the next time round we do a hammer on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Then we change chord again, and this time we do a hammer on and a pull off on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And then the second time round we do a hammer on the 1st fret of the 6th string. Lastly, on the E major, we do a hammer on with the entire chord, so we take the entire chord off and hammer it on. And then the second time round we do it twice. So all that together. Finally, for the outro section of the song, again I'll give you a quick demo. So to begin with, you want to take the shape of an A minor chord, and this time we're doing some pick harmonics just with our picking hand. So in order to do that, you place your first finger on the string itself, and then I do a downwards pick with my thumb just underneath the string. So to begin with, we have an artificial harmonic on the 14th fret of the 4th string, then on the 14th fret of the 3rd string. Then we take our first finger off of the 2nd string and play the 12th fret harmonic. Put our first finger back on and move up to the 13th fret on the 2nd string. Then I do another slap harmonic in this region of the guitar. Do a pull off with my first finger on the 2nd string. And then I pick the 14th fret on the 3rd string again. Then I do a pull off on the entire A sus2 chord. And then I put those fingers back down again and do a downward strum and a percussive hit. After letting that ring out a little bit, I do a final percussive section, and the way that I do that is a nice little triplet using these 3 fingers on the scratch player area of the guitar. And then I do a final hit on the cutaway part of the guitar using these 2 fingers here. So all that together. Okay, so that's it. I hope I've been able to help you guys get started with the song. If you've got any questions, then feel free to post them in the comments section, and thank you for watching.